What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome. This is, of course, the one, the only Pig Trail Network. I'm its host and creator, Tyzilla83. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the content. You guys know, well, I hope you know that I really do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by. If you guys would, at the end of the video, like, comment, share the content that you just, finished watching. And, of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button and don't forget about the notification bell. So as soon as the video goes live, you know all about it. It's the end of an era, and I am furious. Dr. Pepper has dropped the Larry Culpepper ads. They're gone. Such a symbolical part of college football. You just knew the season was right around the corner when you saw a Larry Culpepper ad from Dr. Pepper. No more. I am outraged. Okay, but for real, we're talking about Little Rock War Memorial Stadium. Should they be playing games there? Why are fans so upset? I mean, I think it all kind of, I get fans being passionate about where they play games. I get it, okay? I was born and raised in Fayetteville. We used to go to games down in Little Rock. I went to some LSU games, and they were really good when they used to bring LSU to town. That was a lot of fun. But I think people need to just get ready and embrace the future. Just embrace what's next for Arkansas athletics, and a part of that is moving on from playing games down in Little Rock. But sadly, we've got people turning this into a Little Rock versus Fayetteville thing, an area versus area, region versus region. That's not what this is about, okay? One state, one team. And fans are turning this into – they're splitting the fan base with their arguments online and on Twitter. Posting these memes about, don't ever complain about the attendance of a Little Rock game again. It'll show Fayetteville, the stadium, and it's like half, empty. Look, Little Rock wasn't going to games either. Okay? They weren't going to games in Fayetteville or Little Rock because the product on the field was not good. All right? So first off, those memes are stupid. Just stop. And again, when the product is bad on the field, fans don't show up. When you play a crappy opponent, fans don't show up. When you have bad weather like you had in the red-white scrimmage down in Little Rock, fans don't show up. That's just what happens. Okay? But now you've got these fans on social media and on Facebook and on Twitter and on these calling in on these radio shows, emailing editors and writing editors of .com sites and writing the newspaper, turning this into something that it's not, and that's this Little Rock versus Fayetteville kind of pseudo-argument, and it's ridiculous. This is not the time to be complaining or arguing about things like this, okay? You need to embrace change. I know it's not easy, especially down here in the South. We take to things kind of slowly. We don't move at the pace of the rest of the country. And this is a good example of that. This is a real good example of that. Does it benefit Arkansas playing games in Little Rock? And the only argument you get on the other side is tradition, history. There have been some fantastic games in Little Rock. There have been some outstanding. I've been there when the environment there is so electric, but I've been to Fayetteville games that were just as exciting. Is it possible that it's not where you play, but it's the fans in the stadium that make that environment, that atmosphere what it is? Is that the case? Maybe we're putting a little bit too much into a stadium and not enough into the fans. We're not giving the fans enough credit. The fans create that environment, the electricity in the air. Why does it matter where you play? I know for some it's a travel thing. And I get that. But look, I don't know of another team that does this. I don't know of another team. Does Wisconsin play in two different stadiums? Iowa, Utah. I don't know why I'm naming those schools off, but it is what it is. It's almost like saying that because they had some great games at Barnhill and they had such history at Barnhill, the basketball team should play a game at Barnhill. Which is it? Is it tradition? Is it people are complaining about traveling? Is it both? And I'm not saying they're not good arguments, because they are. And it's been nice to play those games down in Little Rock, and I get that. But eventually you have to just look at the facts. You can't bring recruits to Little Rock. Okay? The stadium needs a lot of money in repairs, and I know they're working on that. And let me tell you something that's on the table. The stadium belongs to the state. Guess what one of their options are? You. Me. Paying for it. Taxpayers paying for that. I'm going to be pretty pissed if someone tells me that I've got it, my taxes are going to go up, or I got to pay more in state taxes because they want to renovate a stadium for 3 games for the next 6 years. That's ridiculous. And that stadium needs more than $20 million in repair. Let's be honest. They always start off low, and then that number jumps. You can't recruit there. I'm pretty sure you got to pay to play there, but don't quote me on that. But it puts you – there's no advantage to playing games in Little Rock. The university loses revenue. You've had past players, you've had former players state, even on social media, that we don't like playing in Little Rock. You've had previous head coaches state that the game is like preparing for an away game. Do you think that puts you in an advantage or a little bit of a disadvantage? I'm not going to go into the games that they've lost down there because they've lost some bad ones in Fayetteville too. And I get that. And I'm not trying to go that far with it, but I will say that I think college football is it's as much a business as it is a sport. And when you start making decisions based on emotions, you're making the wrong decisions. You're not doing what's best for your athletic program. And keeping anything down in Little Rock, in my opinion, is not the right move. I'm going to miss if they don't live up to the. I think there's some stipulations to the contract of keeping the games there until 2024, and I think they have to sell a certain amount of tickets. But let's say if they make it to 2024 and they decide to pull all games from Little Rock, there'll be a piece of me that's sad. I will hate to see that go. But it's got to happen. It's what's better for the program. I'm not saying it's going to make the difference and all of a sudden when they start playing games in Fayetteville, they're going to win 10 games a year. I'm not saying that at all. But if it gives you even just a little bit more of an advantage, or if it helps your program out in any way, you need to do it. By any means necessary, as long as you're staying within the rules, obviously. But we've got to stop this splitting the state into 2 sides. People up here in Northwest Arkansas need to stop talking about the attendance down in Little Rock because it's been just as bad up in Fayetteville, okay? We need to stop this Little Rock versus Fayetteville argument. That's not what this is about. Remember, 1 state, 1 team. That's the Arkansas Razorbacks. That's who should come first. Whatever you got to do, whatever helps put them in a position to be more successful. That's what you need to do. Again, as long as you're within the rules. Sorry for this one. This is a little bit more of a rambling video than it was anything, but I felt like I needed to toss my opinion into the hat. I know some people won't agree, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's the great thing. I welcome you guys to comment down below, but yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to like, comment, definitely comment down below. Share the content, and of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button. Hopefully, we get 2 more videos out this week. We're going to try, but I've got a crazy week ahead of me. But I'll try and bring you guys as much content as I can this week. Till next video, I'll see you guys around.